Hastings, in your view, one of the great New Zealand towns, if not the greatest?
I did have a fabulous time. I mean, Hastings was perfect for me, I think, then, you know what I mean, the size of it and the everything else. I mean, it had just enough. We got Coca-Cola and we got hamburgers, you know, by the skin of our teeth, you know, just enough. Blue jeans, just enough, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Blue jeans?
Yeah, I remember when they came in.
Tight, flares, what were they?
No, straights.
They're straights.
Yeah, there's no tights or flares or anything at that time, yeah.
Yeah. In terms of some of, let's go through some of your most well-known pieces, I guess. So you decided to put the moko on the Four Square Man.
I mean, I knew it was dynamite when I did it. I was trembling so much I could hardly paint it, all the lines, you know. And I knew it was dodgy, but I knew it was something that had to be said, you know.
Yeah, so what were you trying to say there?
Well, I was trying to say...
This is you merging...
Yeah, well, I had this thing that culture has to flow both ways. And I don't think I was punching up or punching down. I found I was just punching across, you know, with the Māori artists that I respected. And of course, Ralph Hotery's doing... Everything he did was based on the history of Western European art. There was no Māori art in it. You know, so there's Ralph Hotery doing that, doing my thing, and I thought, why can't I do his thing? You know, so I was pretty serious about it, because it was just this kind of cultural clash, wasn't it? Boom. It was very dense bit of iconography, you know, there's so many things that it could be implying without necessarily saying one thing or this thing, and that's what sort of captured me about that. And then and of course, don't forget, I was very careful in the entire operation to not actually use any Māori art forms. I was always implying it. You could take a biomorphic shape from the mid-20th century modernism and jig it, and it would look like a tiki if you put a hole in it and another bit of thing. And without, so everyone would go, oh, that's a tiki, but it wasn't. No way was it in any form a classic tiki. So you get readings from nothing. It's amazing what people will do.
And you were actually trembling when you did that?
I was, yeah. I knew it was hot when I did it, without a doubt, because it was so bottomless what it implied, you know, which is what art does.
And are you glad that you put the moko on the Four Square Man today?
Yeah, of course I am. I'm so proud of it. I think it created a sort of a poignant signal that you could argue about forever, you know. And I was very careful to create a totally generic moko, you know, that I just made up an archetype. It didn't refer to anything. You can't. There's no one's going to say, oh, you've stolen my moko or anything, because it's 100% generic, you know. I was very careful about that. I worked hard at that.
And you're glad you did it?
Oh, I'm glad I did Mickey to Tiki. I'm glad I did. I don't regret anything I've done, you know, because I haven't done anything willfully or wantonly or cynically, you know what I mean, ever, yeah. It's always been trying to contribute to a discussion about who we are and what we are and where we come from, yeah, 100%.
Brilliant, and thank you for all of the work that you've done for Aotearoa New Zealand. Dick Frizzell, do you have one final thing, is any advice for other Kiwi from a life well lived in this country?
Well, just don't get too clever, I think is the big trick, you know what I mean? The minute you get clever, you start wandering into false kind of premises and ideas and what have we. I think obviously there's a lot of cleverness involved. I had this thing about that. I used to take an art school when people would come along to learn these things, and I had a sign up the back that said, "You're not allowed to be creative." And then everyone would go, "What do you mean by that?" And I said, "Well, I know the minute you guys start being creative, you're going to fuck it up."
Well done. Good on you, Dick. Thanks for joining us on This Is the Effin' News.
Thank you. Oh, the effing news. I made it. I used the word. Well, that was very good, Paddy. Thank you.
Great interview, mate. Great interview. Great interview. Dick Frizzell's book, Hastings, is available at all good bookstores and probably some bookstores that are a bit average too, but there's actually no such thing as an average bookstore. It's a great read, it's well above average, and I recommend it.